Hi, third graders. We are on lesson 6 of building a reading life today. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to share my screen with you. And friends, remember, I'm sharing my screen so that you can look at the pictures and follow along with what I'm saying. Building a reading life for Willow Lake third graders. So I wanted to start off with a story today. It's the story of the time I went to Cape Cod by myself. Cape Cod, Massachusetts is right here where this arrow is pointing in a place that's called New England. That's a part of the United States. As you might know, I'm from Vermont, so I travel down in my car right there to this little tip near the ocean. I just really needed a vacation, so I decided to pack up my car and go by myself. While I was there, I looked for seashells and I sat on the beach. And then I also read my book because, as we know, reading is a part of our everyday lives. It was fun, but I thought to myself, I'm kind of lonely. I wish I had somebody to share this experience with. I had a good time, but I thought it could be better. Better with friends. So the following year, I asked my friends, Izzy and Amelia, if they wanted to go with me. Sharing this experience with friends made everything more enjoyable. I got more out of my vacation. We were able to talk about things and share memories together. That makes me think of reading. Why, you might ask? What am I talking about? Well, today I'm going to teach you that good readers discuss texts with their peers. Good readers get a better reading experience with friends. When you're able to talk about your favorite stories and share and ask questions with other people in your class, it makes our experience more fun and it makes us stronger readers. Partner reading is something that you all have done before. I want you to think back for a moment and try and remember what partner reading is like in the classroom. I put some pictures here to jog your memory. Partner reading. Think for a moment about what this looks like. You might have said things like sharing text with your partner. So right here, you can see our friends both looking at the same book. These friends over here look like they might share a common interest in this story, and they also look like they're talking about the book. These two friends, again, are looking at one book, reading together, and it looks like here one partner is reading to the other partner. So partner reading looks like reading books together, teaching one another, taking turns, asking questions, and discussing the book. I don't know about you, but I have a lot more fun when my friends are around. And reading is similar to that. When I'm reading with other people and when I discuss my reading with others, it really brings a whole new life to my reading experience. Let's talk more about discussing our reading and reading habits. So to discuss means to talk about. We always want to talk about our reading. We're tempted to talk pretty often. And when we talk about our reading, it's productive, it's good. Some questions you can ask. One big part of discussion is asking questions. It's not just throwing ideas out, it's asking questions with a point in mind. So that's the first part about discussion that we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about questions. Here are some questions you could ask your partner. What genre is your favorite? Remember, that word genre, type of book. Number 2, do you have a favorite book right now? Number 3, where is your best place to do your reading? Number 4, what has helped you become a better reader? So that's kind of like taking advice, that last one. You might be thinking, but Miss Bryce, we're virtual. We're learning virtually. We're not with each other. Well, we can still discuss our reading. We can discuss our reading when we're doing read-alouds. We often have shared discussions over Zoom. That is a very great way to discuss our reading. And that's usually whole group or small group, but sometimes it might be with a partner. Number 2, and this is a really cool one, we can discuss our reading through discussion posts on Canvas. When you reply to a question on Canvas in a discussion, other people can then respond to your comment. It makes it like what's called a conversation where people are sharing their ideas and going back and forth. Everybody's chipping in. It's that good sense of a reader's community. And number 3, we can do sharing through Flipgrid. Flipgrid is another great way to share your ideas and present to your classmates. So you really have to roll those sleeves up for this one. You need to be thinking deeply about how you can add to the conversation with your partner. We're not going to be asking small questions that don't have meaning. We are going to really be pushing the conversation and really talking to our partner about the text. When we respond on a discussion post or when we respond in a group conversation, like I said, we're rolling those sleeves up and we're thinking deeply about the ways to respond. You could say, I like how you ... Let me give you an example. If one of my friends says and shares with us, I'm really wondering about one of the characters in my book. You could respond, I like how you are thinking so deeply and have questions about the characters in your book. What kind of questions do you have? You could say, I agree with you because ... So if somebody shares an opinion with you about their book, a good way to respond might be if you agree or maybe even disagree. We can disagree and still be polite about it. Yeah, of course we can. You could add that you were thinking that too. You could ask to learn more about the book by saying, could you tell me more about ... and then a specific part of that book? You could say, I am wondering. These are all ways to push the conversation about reading. So again, here are our ways to make reading the best it can be. And this falls under setting up systems for finding and sharing great books. Classroom discussion and buddy reading is a great way to find and share in great books. Buddy reading is so important for many reasons. We can learn from each other. And today we're focusing on how we can discuss with each other to push that learning. To make reading the best it can be, I will find a good reading spot, talk about books, read books like they're gold, choose books that I love, study my reading patterns and set new goals, check the books are just right within my reach, and set up systems for finding and sharing great books, including buddy reading and discussing that reading. Again, partner reading is so valuable, but it's also kind of fun. I can't wait to see all of the ways that we can replicate buddy reading online. So I can't wait to see all of the ways that we can do a new form of buddy reading and discussing our reading online. Remember, it might not look like you having one partner to read with, but instead it might look like you choosing one person on a discussion post to respond to about reading. We are doing the best that we can, and I am so proud of you in these times for doing your best and being flexible with our reading.